So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Garden Grove Unified School District High School Football Friday night on a Thursday. I thank you for tuning in. Tonight we have a great matchup. La Quinta coming off a very huge win over Rancho Alamitos last week. The undefeated Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros came into that game 7-0. They left that game 7-1. La Quinta, they left that game at 2-6, I believe. But nonetheless, a very big win for the Aztecs last week. The Matadors, a very tough loss to the Los Amigos Lobos. It doesn't help that this is a rivalry game. So you're going to see two teams coming out ready to battle, ready to take care of business. A lot of playoff implications on the line here. La Quinta still very much in line to get a playoff spot if they can win out. Bolsa looking to erase over 30 years of frustration, looking to make the playoffs for the first time since 1989. And we're going to have a good game. But first, why don't we go ahead and take a look at what the Garden Grove Unified School District schools did last week. Santiago took care of business against Loera, 20-14. They improved their record to 6-2, 2-1 in league. Los Amigos took care of business against these Matadors live on Garden Grove Unified School District High School Football Friday last week. And again, La Quinta taking care of business over Rancho, who missed a last-second field goal to give La Quinta that victory. Over in the Empire League, Korean Lutheran took care of business against Pacifica, unfortunately, and Garden Grove finally opened up league against Segerstrom in a rematch of last year's league championship game, and they won that game 31-13. Now this week, tonight, we are the main event, the only game going on here in the Garden Grove Unified School District. It doesn't happen too much, but it's happening here tonight. And tomorrow, most of our teams playing. You've got Rancho taking on Loera at Glover Stadium. Santiago visiting Los Amigos, which is going to be a very good battle. That could be for some league championship implications there. Pacifica is hosting Kennedy here at Bolsa Stadium tomorrow night. And Saturday, a rare Saturday game for our schools, Garden Grove visiting Catella. Now, back to tonight. We've got two teams here. Coach James Stewart for the La Quinta Aztecs. Their 2021 record was 3-7. They were 2-3 in league, good enough for a fifth-place finish. They've had 8 league championships overall, their last league championship coming in 1990. Their last playoff appearance in 2016. They made a really nice little run. I believe that might have been actually 2017. And they have one CIF championship game appearance with no CIF championships. For Bolsa Grande, they're led by Coach Michael Acosta. His 2021 record was 3-7, unfortunately 0-5, but bouncing back very nicely this season. They have 2 league championships in school history, the last one coming in 1986, their last playoff game appearance in 1989. Now, they did win a CIF championship back in 1986, their lone appearance. Now, let's take a look at how these teams have fared so far. Again, you can throw the records out. After last week, after that La Quinta Rancho Alamitos game, records do not matter here in the Garden Grove League. Anyone can beat anyone on any given night. So Bolsa coming in at 4-4, probably feeling good. Shouldn't be feeling too good against this La Quinta team. They might be coming in here 2-6, but that's one more victory than they had last week going up against an undefeated Rancho Alamitos Vaquero football team. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the overall Garden Grove League standings. We've got ourselves a very interesting situation. You've got 3 teams tied for first place. You've got 3 teams tied for second place. 3 teams at 2-1, 3 teams at 1-2. These last 2 weeks of the season are going to be huge, huge games. There are a bunch of different scenarios, a bunch of potential tiebreaker scenarios, a bunch of things that can happen. For Bolsa, you win out, you're most likely going to the playoffs. If you're Los Amigos, you win out, you're likely tying for a league championship or winning a league championship. Same thing for Santiago as well. There shouldn't be an asterisk there. That's from last week. But like I said, these teams are all vying for league championships in the top 3 spots next week. Big matchup, Rancho Alamitos taking on Santiago. That is going to be huge. That is going to mean a lot here for the Garden Grove League title. Now, tonight, again, we've got a good one. We've got a rivalry game. It's a pink out game. Both teams are definitely going to want this game. Both teams are going to want to win this game. Bolsa, they're here at home. This is their home field. This is their home turf. They want to defend it. I'm sure they're going to come out fired up after last week. Last week, they were trailing Los Amigos pretty huge in the going into halftime. They came out at the second half, and during the second half, made that a game. They came within 2 points, 28-26, ultimately falling 35-26. I'm pretty sure that left a very bad taste in their mouth. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out here and they're going to want to make a statement against La Quinta. La Quinta is going to want to prove that their win against Rancho last week was not a fluke, that they are for real, that they are the same team that took care of a undefeated 7-0 team, and that their 2-6 record is more than what it says it is. Right now, it looks like we're going to get ready for the national anthem, so we will bring that for you right now. We'll be back in just a second. Nice job there by the Bolsa Grande Marching Matadors to play the national anthem for us. And you know what that means. We're just a little bit away from game time here. 4 minutes showing on the clock until both teams come out. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this one since last week, since we found out there while we were at Garden Grove High School that La Quinta took care of business against Rancho. We knew that this one was just going to be a very good game, very hard fought. And that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a very hard fought game. Now I have to find my rosters, and, you know, maybe I don't have them. Maybe I do. It looks like maybe I may have left the La Quinta rosters back at the office, but you know what? That just happens every now and then. So we're going to make do with what we have here, and we will find that roster. So as we are waiting on both teams to come on to the field, again, we have a pink out game here. Bolsa Grande with a very nice showing for a Thursday night matchup here. La Quinta fans slowly filling in their side of the stadium. We have the La Quinta captains who are making their way down here to the field. And as soon as we can see their numbers, we will make sure that we tell you exactly who they are. Now, so here we go. Now we have the Bolsa captains coming to the field. Captains for Bolsa, number 17, Fu Nguyen. Number 7, Ethan Nguyen. Number 10, Joseph Lee. And number 5, Hiep Tran. Captains for the La Quinta Aztecs, number 5, Evan Tran. Number 71, Lock Do. Number 1, Eric Gonzalez, and it looks like a number 18, Ivan Asenas. You're going to be hearing a lot from Ivan Asenas, a very fantastic defensive player for the Aztecs, and you're going to be hearing a lot of Ethan Nguyen, a lot of Fu Nguyen, and a lot of David Nguyen, 3 offensive playmakers for the Aztecs. And the Aztecs have now taken the field. So here we go as the captains are making their way to midfield. Captains exchanging some pleasantries. Looks like we've got a bunch of little captains here for the Matadors. Love to see the youth engagement. Pretty awesome. Remember being that age on the sidelines. Pretty awesome feeling. You know, we're going to get our game time graphics ready here while we wait. As the referee is getting ready, explaining a few things to the teams. Showing each team the coin, making sure there's not two tails or not two heads. Going through the usual pre-game explanations here. Referee very thorough. How about that nice sideline shot brought to you by the Garden Grove Unified School District Public Information Intern Program. Coin flip, and it looks like La Quinta has won the toss. They've elected to defer, and let's see which way Bolsa will be defending to start the game. And Bolsa will be defending the north end zone, which is the end zone that goes into the freeway, and they will be marching towards the scoreboard. So we are going to get underway here in just a few moments. Big time rivalry game, La Quinta visiting the Bolsa Matadors. And here come the Aztecs, fired up and ready to go. Now we await the arrival of the Matadors, who are going to be probably running out of that little tunnel there. And here they come, getting ready as they're assembling and lining up. So here we go. Nice night here at Bolsa Grande Stadium. Not too warm, not too cold, just right. Baby bear weather. So here we go, and the banner's up. The Matadors getting ready to come onto the field, and we're just a few moments away from kickoff here at Bolsa Stadium. Rivalry game, first one that we've had And this is a story rivalry. A lot of these students do go to the same schools. Probably a lot of them go to McGarvin. Might have some that go to Irvine together. And here come the Matadors. Like I said, a lot of these students go to the same intermediate schools, probably go to the same elementary schools. You got McGarvin, Irvine. A lot of these students split. They might go to Murdy Elementary School. They might go to Anthony, Allen. So you've got a lot of childhood friendships on these two sidelines. We talked about it last week, the way the Garden Grove Unified School District is set up. You know, a lot of players do go to school, you know, did grow up with players from other teams. You know, guys at Pacifica grew up with guys who play at Rancho. Guys who play at Rancho grew up with you know, players who play at Garden Grove, and it goes for all of our sports, you know, even our female athletics. So that's pretty cool to see. Got to get my rosters set up again. Got to grab that Matador roster so we can get ready here. Back deep to return for the Matadors, number 17, Fu Win, and Oscar Rodriguez. Kicking off for the Aztecs, number 15. It looks like Elias Ramos. The kick is up, and it's actually fielded by the third level of the kickoff team at the 30-yard line, but it looks like we might have, and yes, we do. We've got a flag on the play. Wasting no time here. And that's going to be, looks like, offsides on the Aztecs. So the Aztecs not getting off to a good start here before the first play of the game. So we're going to do it again, this time kicking off from the 35-yard line. So the Matadors should get some really good field position after this kick. Elias Ramos getting ready to line up for the kick one more time. And it's going to be returned by number 22, Oscar Rodriguez at the 20-yard line. Takes it to the left side, tries to get around the coverage and gets to the 30-yard line and tries to lower the boom. The Matadors are going to be taking over at their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Matadors do a little bit of everything. They pass, they run. Very well-balanced offense. So let's see what they do here on their first drive of the game. No doubt they're going to want to make a statement here and come out ready to go. Come out with a 3 wide receiver set, new in shotgun formation. It's going to be a quarterback keeper to the left, to the right side. It's going to get nowhere. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down for the Matadors. And actually, they're going to give them about 1 yard on the play. So the Matadors now with the ball, 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line. Ignore the little marker on the scoreboard. The way we have our scoreboard set up, the away team is on the left side, home team is on the right side. On the scoreboard here at the stadium, the home team's on the left side, away team on the right side. Handoff to, looks like David Wynn, who makes a nice little move and gets himself all the way up to the 39-yard line. Matador is now facing a very manageable 3rd and 1. And we're going to have a timeout on the field by the La Quinta Aztecs. So Matadors coming out with a few runs, trying to set that tone early, trying to develop that rushing game here. Perhaps trying to set something up. The La Quinta band is here tonight. You love to see the visiting team bring the band over. So here we go, 3rd and calling it 2 for the Matadors from their own 39-yard line. And we're gonna have a flag on the play, and it looks like the Matadors might be marching back offsides. Now that's gonna bring up a 3rd and 7. So from a manageable 3rd and 2 to now a little bit less manageable 3rd and 7 for the Matadors. Ethan Wynn getting ready to take the snap. Drops back to pass, looks to his left, has a man open, that's complete, but stopped. Oh, and it looks like they are going to get the first down. That pass complete to number 1, Charles Vargas, who gets the first down on that second effort. So not going down right away and picking up the first down for the Matadors. Matadors now ready to run their second first down play of the drive. Handoff to David Wynn, who bounces it off to the left side, still on his feet. Hard guy to take down. Looks like he picked up another first down, so the chain gang is gonna keep on marching down the field just like this Matador offense. Nice little 10-yard run, maybe 12-yard run there on first down. It's gonna bring up a first down from the La Quinta 47-yard line for the Matadors. Matadors with 3 wide receivers. Ethan Wynn takes a snap, hands off to David Wynn, who gets taken down almost immediately in the backfield, brought down by number 74. Michael Abres on the tackle. And now that's going to bring up a second down, and it looks like 14 here for the Matadors, who are now on the wrong side of the 50. You know, you look at these two teams, and they might not have a lot of recent success. La Quinta with a nice season a few years ago, and one thing is always clear when these two teams play each other is you're going to get some good football. You're going to get teams who really want to win. As Ethan Wynn takes that snap, rolls out to his right, decides to keep it, gets pushed out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. So that's going to bring up third down and 11 here for the Matadors. You get two teams who really want to win. Two teams who are going to play tough, and they're going to battle. Many times, unfortunately, the winner of this game, that's their only win, or maybe one of 2 wins. But you always get a good game, and you always get people to come out to this game. It's not treated like a battle of cellar dwellers. It's treated as a very big game by both fan bases, as evidenced by the energy here tonight. Matadors now getting ready to run this third down play. Trips right, 4 wide receivers for the Matadors. Ethan Wynn takes a snap, looks to pass. It's going to be a false start, looks like on the Bolsa offense, as that pass was going to be intended for David Wynn. We've got the Bolsa band right next to us, so it's going to sound nice and loud for you guys here tonight. The Matadors marching backwards once again. Still third down. Now third down and 15, so right back to where they started that second down from before this play. Ethan Wynn takes the snap, passes to the right side. That's Fu Wynn. Completed, takes it around the left side, still on his feet at the 50, at the 45. Brought down at the 40-yard line by number 2. Kyle Wang gets himself maybe a gain of 10 yards on the play. probably 11 yards. Is going to bring up 4th and 3, maybe a 4th and 4. It looks like Bolsa will be going for it on 4th down here. I like the decision. You're deep enough in La Quinta territory where that's not going to hurt you. And it's a 4th and 5, so yes, he did get a gain of 10 on the play. Quick pass to the left side completed. That's going to be a 1st down and some. That pass completed to, it looks like, number 32. But I don't have a 32. Or maybe it was number 22, Oscar Rodriguez. But nonetheless, that's a 1st down for the Matadors, in their drive keeps on rolling here. Ball now at the La Quinta 34-yard line. 4 wide receivers for the Matadors. And we've got a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start on the Matadors. Again, their 3rd false start on this drive alone. So Matadors with a little bit of mental mistakes early here. Hasn't hurt them so far, as they are still here with the ball. Over 3 minutes already here in the game. Again, Matadors trips right, 4 wide receivers. Ethan Wynn takes a snap, rolls out to his right, looks to pass. Not sure he was looking for. The closest receiver in the vicinity was Joseph Lee, and that's going to fall incomplete and bring up a 2nd down and 15 here for the Matadors. You know, the Matadors have been able to stay strong here on this drive, even when they faced a little bit of adversity. They've been able to overcome it and get the 1st downs, timely 1st downs, especially on that last 4th and 3 or 4th and 5 that they converted. So I'm sure 2nd and 15, 3rd and 15, not really phasing them right now. Ethan Wynn takes a snap, looks to pass, has a man open over the middle. That's going to be complete and caught by number 13, David Arzati. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Matadors. So like I said, timely 1st downs here for the Matadors early in the game. And this drive is continuing to roll as they now have the ball at the 24-yard line. Handoff to David Wynn. Shakes one man. Still going on his feet up the middle. Looks like he's got himself a 1st down on a gain of 12 yards or so. And it's going to be another 1st down here for the Matadors. So the Matadors now in business here early. 1st and 10 there at the La Quinta, looks like 11-yard line. Handoff again to Wynn. Takes it up the middle, but is met by a few Aztecs. And that ball was on the 14. I stand corrected. The ball is now at the 11, though, so I was predicting the future there. So let's see what Bolsa tries to draw up here. They're going to try and pass this one in, or maybe continue with that run game that's treated them very well so far here tonight. Trips right for the Matadors. David Wynn in the backfield with Ethan Wynn. Takes a snap, pass to the left to David Wynn, who catches it and gets up to about the 8-yard line or so before being brought down. Looks like on the tackle again, number 71. This time on the tackle, number 71, Lockdo. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 from the La Quinta 9-yard line. La Quinta band, very good job with Sweet Caroline over there. So here we go, 3rd down for the Matadors, looking to get into the end zone and break this scoreless tie. Still early in the game, pass over to the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Beautiful coverage by the Aztecs. That'll bring up a 4th and 4. So here we go. Big play coming up for the Aztec defense. Let's see if they can hold the Matadors or if the Matadors can get the first down or a touchdown. Now, they don't have to score a touchdown. They can still get a first down. The line to gain is at, I believe, the 3 or 4 yard line. So they have to get to the 4 yard line to continue this drive, and I'm sure they just want to get into the end zone. They've got 4 wide receivers. And now we've got flags on the play, so it looks like they might be moving back just a little bit more. Again, another false start here on the Matadors, who have been stung by the false start bug 4 times on this drive alone. And this is still the first drive of the game, as we now approach under 7 minutes left to go here in the first half, and we've got a timeout on the field. Bolsa, so now both teams using their first timeouts here early on in the first quarter. So let's see what the Matadors draw up here on this 4th down play now that they're at 4th and 9. A lot harder to manage than 4th and 4, especially when you have a defense who does not want you to get into the end zone. So, this is week 9, but our 10th, actually, no, this is our 11th game of the football season. All right, so here we go. Matadors lining up for this 4th down play. Again, they don't need to get into the end zone. They just need to get to the 4 yard line to pick up the first down. Ethan Wynn takes a snap, looks to pass, has a man open over the middle. That's going to be a touchdown. Matadors. And that looks like that was a connection between Ethan Wynn and Fu Wynn. And that's going to give the Matadors a very early lead here at Bolsa Grande Stadium. 6-0 over the La Quinta Aztecs, as they've got some pink dust floating up in the air here. So a little bit of a nice atmosphere going on here at Bolsa Grande Stadium for this pink out game. The Matador student body. And that kick is no good as it's blocked. So La Quinta giving up the touchdown, but not letting that extra point happen. So still 6-0 here. As you're going to see a little bit of that pink dust floating up in the air. So nice little atmosphere. Like I said, rivalry game, bringing out the best in both fan bases here. So the Matador is getting into the end zone with 6 minutes and 46 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Taking an early lead here against the La Quinta Aztecs. Let's see how these Aztecs answer on this drive. Last week they had themselves a low-scoring game, giving up only 10 points to the Vaqueros of Rancho Alamitos. Bolsa had themselves a nice, I would say, high-scoring game, 34-28. Looks like back deep to receive for the Aztecs, number 13, I believe, Douglas Wynn. Brandon Luna kicking off for the Matadors. Someone back there also with Douglas Wynn. We'll get that number in just a bit. It's going to be a little roller. That's going to be brought up to about the 34-yard line. And back there also to return was number 3. We want to make sure we give the shout-outs where we can, and I don't have that number. So even if I had it earlier, I couldn't have given you the name. So here we go. Let's see how La Quinta answers on their first drive of the game. The Matadors taking over 5 minutes on their drive, so eating up the clock. A little bit of time management early here in the game. I want to say number 3 is Alex Tran, but I could be wrong. When that's number 8, the quarterback. But number 3 did run the ball. And that's going to be a second down and about 5 yards for the Aztecs. Charles Grover under center for the Aztecs, who run that wing offense. A lot of running going as they pitch it out to number 1, Edward Gonzalez, who takes it around the right side, has himself a first down and some. As he's pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line, but there's going to be a flag on the play. And this might be some more yards for the Aztecs and another penalty on the Matadors, who have been playing some sloppy football early in the game. Again, hasn't hurt them yet, but you can't be giving teams free yardage like that. And that will be against the Matadors. So it looks like the Aztecs will be in good field position, and it's probably going to be a 15-yard penalty, and yes, it is. So the Aztecs now at the Matador 40-yard line very quickly here. Took them 2 plays to get there. Here we go, first down for the Aztecs, who want to answer that last drive by the Matadors with a touchdown drive of their own here. Again, in this primarily run offense, a lot of options, a lot of gives, a lot of trickery. Old school football. As again, 5 yards on that run, so second down and 5 for the Aztecs. This is like basically a double wing here again in this formation. Daring the Matadors to stop it. Gonzalez in motion, gets the pitch to the right side, takes it around, has himself a first down, still on his feet. So again, their last second down, they ran the same play. And they're just daring the Matadors to stop them. Hey, if it's not broke, why fix it, right? First down for the Aztecs as they get deeper into Matador territory. Now with the ball at the Matador 21-yard line. So it looks like they're answering right back. At least so far, they've got a very good answer for that Matador drive. Again, the Aztecs are coming off of a very big win. I'm sure they've got a lot of momentum. They've got a lot of confidence coming into this game. And they're going to want to prove a lot of people wrong here. And they're going to want to make a statement early. Handoff to Gonzalez again. Gain of looks like 5 yards on the play. So did he get 5 yards again? They're giving him a 4-yard gain on that play. So second down and 6 here for the Aztecs. But hey, if you're going to get 4 yards a pop, 4 or 5 yards a pop, and then break one for about 11, can't be complaining if you're the Aztecs. Bolsa sideline here, or the crowd, trying to make as much noise as they can. Gonzalez in motion again. Grover keeps it himself and has a first down and lays down a little boom. And gets pushed out at about the 5-yard line, it looks like. And let's see where they spot that ball. They're actually going to spot it at the 6-yard line, but that's going to be a first down and goal for the Aztecs. So not a bad way to answer a touchdown drive with a nice little drive. Aided by a penalty, but a nice little drive nonetheless, as the Aztecs are 6 yards away from tying this game up. 4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Okay, now a nice little light show from the La Quinta sideline. So I'm telling you, both fan bases into this game. Pitch to number 3, takes it around the left side, and that's going to be a touchdown, Aztecs. So here we go, the Aztecs evening things up, and it took them a little bit less than 3 minutes to get into the end zone. So here we go, Aztecs now getting ready to kick this extra point. And that one's going to be still on his feet. Oh, helmet came off. But, oh, and flags now on the play, and it looks like the Aztecs might have another shot at this extra point, depending on what the call is here. But as it stands, game tied at 6-6 as the Aztecs answered that first drive from the Matadors by marching down the field and getting a touchdown in no time. And by the looks of it, if things hold up, we're going to have ourselves a ball game here. Still waiting on the call. Referee's taking a very long time to discuss this one. Not sure what there really is to discuss. I don't know if they're trying to see who the penalty is on, if it's justified or what is going on. So here we go, as we're going to get the call right now. Bolsa fans just still nice and rowdy here on the sideline, or in the stands, not the sideline, in the stands, nice and rowdy. So again, let's see what the call is. Still haven't got any signal here. So it's a personal foul face mask on the Matadors. And then a something on the Aztecs. They're going to replay the down. I think I got that with a little replay the down. Or maybe not. Okay, so they are going to replay the down. Now the Aztecs are very deep. Definitely not kicking a PAT here, or a field goal, I'm sorry. So here we go, after some discussion, trying the PAT one more time. Grover rolling out to pass. Lets it go, and that's going to be intercepted there by the Matadors. So no good. Sometimes you just get a lot of madness. So here we go. Now we're getting ready for another kickoff. Elias Ramos kicking for the Aztecs. Kick is up. Received at the 23-yard line, taken up to the 30. And then taken down by a swarm of Aztecs. Kick returned by number 5, Hip Tran. That's going to be a first down for the Matadors at their own, looks like 37-yard line, 39-yard line that is. So here we go. Now, how are the Matadors going to answer that drive? A very quick drive that took a little bit over 3 minutes. Their drive took double that. Now, it's okay if you take a lot of time on a drive, but if you're the Matador defense, it's not a good look. So here we go. 4 wide receivers for the Matadors. Ethan Wynn takes the snap, rolls out to his left. Quick dump over to number 1. That's a complete pass, and it looks like a first down as Charles Vargas takes that little dump off from Ethan Wynn for about 10 yards. Ball now at the 50-yard line. We might just have ourselves a shootout, a good old slugfest here at Bolsa Stadium. You are tuned in to Garden Grove Unified School District High School Football Friday, but on a Thursday. I am David Mora, and we've got flags on the play again. Theme of the night here, as the Bolsa players trying to implore the referees that they didn't do it, and they believed them. Encroachment on the defense. It's going to bring up a first down and 5 from the 45-yard line for the Matadors. Like I said, I am David Mora. On main camera today is Ben Nguyen from La Quinta High School. Sideline cam, Kang Do from La Quinta High School. And they are very impartial today. They are not rooting for anybody. And that's how we do it. Of course, both gentlemen in the Public Information Office internship program. 2 years running now. Ethan Wynn takes a snap. Another quick dump off. Ooh, dangerous play there. As that one falls incomplete, but number 4 of La Quinta, Alex Tran, had himself a shot at getting that interception. And we've got a flag on the play. I believe maybe illegal man downfield on the Matadors, so. It's going to bring up third down. I believe that's 5 yards and a loss of down on that play. So, yep, it's a loss of down. So now third down and 10 here for the Matadors. Matadors with 4 wide receivers. Ethan Wynn takes the snap, looks to pass, feels the pressure, decides to keep it. It's got some room. Takes out to the left side. Beautiful block. Layden still on his feet. Ethan Wynn still on his feet, aided by a beautiful block as he gets up to about the 23-yard line. My goodness. Just an absolute crushing block on that play to keep that run alive, and the Matadors are now deep into Aztec territory. Here's where I wish we had replay, because that was just a textbook downfield block by a skilled position player, and we've got a flag on the play. So we've got a sideline warning. Matador sideline a little bit too excited on that one. But anyway, a beautiful block, and A very huge run by Ethan Wynn. As the Matadors are in business here at the La Quinta 22-yard line. First and 10, 2:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Game all tied up at 6 points. Ethan Wynn takes a snap, hand off to David Wynn, who takes it up the middle, goes to his left side, still on his feet, driving all the way down to the 5-yard line. That's going to bring up a first and goal for the Matadors. Their first and goal situation. Their first, yeah, that makes sense. Their first and goal situation to go here in the young game as they try to run a no huddle, but we're going to have a timeout on the field. Matadors trying to catch the Aztecs off guard, but Aztecs calling a timeout before the Matadors could get the snap off. And now the Matadors 6 yards away from taking the lead back. I think we're going to have a game where it's just going to go back and forth. We're going to have, I'm telling you, these rivalry games, that's how they work out sometimes. Does not matter what the records are. Both teams are going to want to win this game. They're both going to come out here and play hard. They're both going to want to win this game, and you're going to just see a fight all night. All right, so here we go as the teams make their way back onto the field. Here we go, Matadors, 2nd down and 6. Actually, no, that's 1st and goal, or 1st and 6. Handoff that goes nowhere. It's the Aztecs staying strong here on 1st and goal. Here we go. So they're going to have another try at it. 2nd and 7 here for the Matadors. They have to get into the end zone. 4 wide receivers for Ethan Wynn. David Wynn in the backfield with him. Drops back to pass, looks to over the middle, and he's going to have a man complete. That's going to be a touchdown for the Matadors. That's going to be number 1, Charles Vargas. And the Matadors take the lead right back from the Aztecs here, and they have now a 12-6 lead with 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go here. And they're going to run a 2-point conversion to the right side. And that's going to be good. As they now take a 14-6 lead here. We're going to get our little situation here on the right, bottom right side of the screen fixed. Bear with me here. Here we go, a little squibber to the right side. And the Aztecs will be taking over at their own 32-yard line. getting ready to start their second drive of the quarter. End of the game here. Now let's see how this Matador defense answers after that first La Quinta drive resulted in 6 points. They made their way down the field relatively quickly, of course aided by a penalty. So here we go as Charles Grover gets ready to lead this La Quinta offense for their second drive of the game. Of course, here we go in the double wing formation. One wide receiver spread out. Grover fakes handoff, pitches it out to the right side to, looks like, Garcia, who tries to make a move and is taken down in the backfield for a 5-yard loss, and that's Gonzalez. Gonzalez had been averaging at least 5 yards on all of his carries. So it looks like the Matadors are now expecting the Aztecs to run the ball. Which, of course, with the wing formation, you're most likely going to get a ball, on the ground running 90% of the time. And it's just up to the defense to stop, and sometimes it's a little bit hard. There's a lot of misdirections, a lot of option plays, a lot of movement. Again, one wide receiver for the Aztecs. Man in motion. Grover takes a snap. Hands off to the inside to Gonzalez, who gets on his right side. He's got some room. He's still on his feet at the 50-yard line, at the 45, and pushed out of bounds at the Bolsa Grande 42-yard line. So like I said, that double wing offense is very hard to stop, as you see evidenced by that very nice run. A run of about, I would say 25 yards. 25 yards plus. It's going to bring up a first down for the Aztecs. The Matadors are going to have to come up for an answer. They're going to have to come up with an answer for this run game. We have 17 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Gonzalez in motion. Grover takes a snap, hands off to the left side to number 3. Don't have that number. It's going to bring up a second down and 6. That's a gain of 4 yards on the play. And we've got 0 showing on the clock, and that's the end of the first quarter here at Bolsa Stadium. The Matadors holding on to a 14-6 lead here over the Aztecs, but the Aztecs driving and are in Matador territory, heading towards the end zone, looking to tie the game up here, or at least get close with a touchdown. And we'll leave you with the sounds of the band. So here we go. The teams are getting ready to start the second quarter here at Bolsa Stadium. The Matador is holding a 14-6 lead over the Aztecs. The Aztecs with a second down and 6 to go at the Matador 38-yard line. Pitch to number 3 around the left side. He's got 5 yards, so he's got the first down there. Pushed out of the bounds or taken down at about the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a first down for the Aztecs. Aztecs with another nice drive being set up here. Both offenses coming ready to play tonight. Defense is a little bit on the wheels. Looking like they're on some skates here tonight, going the wrong way. Grover takes a snap, hands off to the left side, number 9. And gets a few yards on the play. That's Cooper Starnes. Gain of maybe 2 on the play. Again, you are tuned into Garden Grove Unified School District High School Football Friday on a Thursday here, live from Bolsa Stadium. Thank you for tuning in. Here we go, Aztecs getting ready. 2nd down and 8. Grover with a handoff up the middle. That goes for maybe 1 or 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Or 3rd down and 6. Most likely 4 down territory, so the Aztecs with 2 more plays here to get the 1st down. Pitch to the right side to Gonzalez. They're not going to need another play as he's got the 1st down and some at the 10-yard line, the 5. Are they going to give it to him, or is they going to say he's out of bounds? And wow, getting close. They're saying he's out of bounds, so La Quinta getting this ball all the way down to the 2-yard line. And that's going to bring up 1st and goal. Both teams answering nicely. As the Aztecs now just a few yards away from pulling within 2 points. Grover takes the snap, hands off up the middle. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Aztecs. And now the score is 14-12 here at Bolsa Stadium. Like I said, this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be a shootout so far, living up to that billing as the Aztecs answer and now make it a 2-point game. No doubt looking to go for 2 here. Let's see what play call they draw up to try and pull this game into a tied up position here. You can tell I'm trying to improvise here as I talk sometimes. Long days, sometimes trying to come up with things on the fly. It's a little bit hard. And they are not going to get that 2-point conversion, so the score is going to stay 14-12 in favor of the Matadors. But the Aztecs hanging in there and answering the call here on their 2nd drive. We now have a Aztec on the field, so we will have an injury timeout. The Aztec player walked off the field under his own power, and that's exactly what we love to see here. Elias Ramos getting ready to kick this ball off to the Matadors. Again, back deep to return, Oscar Rodriguez and I believe Fu Win for the Matadors. Fu Win, a very dangerous returner, and I'm sure they'll try to keep the ball away from him as much as possible here tonight. And that one goes to Rodriguez, who picks it up at about the 18-yard line, takes it around the left side at the 30, still on his feet, at the 35, and ooh, very close there. Looks like taken down by number 23 of the Aztecs, Kenneth Wynn. The Matadors will be starting with the ball at their own 35-yard line, 36-yard line. So not bad field position. A nice little return of about 16, 17 yards on the play. Matadors with 4 wide receivers. Ethan Wynn takes the snap, throws out to his left side to Rodriguez, who's still on his feet at the 50 and brought down at the 45-yard line. Oscar Rodriguez with a nice little yards after catch there. It's like a gain of about maybe 19 yards. Matadors back at it again. Rodriguez again, this time not getting far. Matadors here now with the 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Wynn takes the snap, looks to pass again. This time a wide open number 1. That's at the 20, at the 15. Brought down at the 10-yard line. Charles Vargas with a beautiful catch as he got back behind the coverage there. The Aztecs expecting that ball to go to Rodriguez, and Ethan Wynn with a beautiful fake. Rodriguez selling it well. And Vargas just getting behind the coverage and taking that ball to the 10-yard line. Handoff to David Wynn to the left side. He's going to get into the end zone. And the Matadors answer very quickly on that drive. And they now extend their lead to 8 points here. And it's 20-12. The Matadors wasting no time answering. And we've had 12 points scored here in the last 3.5 minutes, and things are picking up here. The Aztecs not lining up for a field goal, rather lining up for 2 points. Ethan Wynn takes a snap, rolls out to his right. He might just keep it. Nope, he's going to let that ball go, and it's going to fall incomplete, but there's a flag on the play. And in that position, it looks like it's probably going to be on the defense, but let's see what the call is. That's going to be pass interference on the Aztecs. So it looks like the Aztecs are going to have to try one more time to stop this Matador point after try. The ball is now moved up to the 1 yard or 1.5 yard line. So let's see if the Matadors can get it in this time and get that 2-point play. They're going to hand off to David Wynn, and that's going to be an easy 2 points for the Matadors as They now take a 22-12 lead and go up by 2 scores here against the Aztecs with 8 minutes and 28 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Brandon Luna getting ready to kick off for the Matadors. Actually, no. Yes, that is Brandon Luna. That ball getting over the Aztec returner who goes back into the end zone, and they're going to let that play go, and he's going to get to the 10, the 15, the 20. And that could have been disastrous. But number 23, making literally something out of nothing, Kenneth Wynn, with a 20-yard kickoff return. So let's see if the Aztecs can answer. They've answered the first 2 times. Or let's see if the third time will be the charm here for the Bolsa defense. The Bolsa crowd really into it now, and why would they be? Their team is holding on to a nice lead here in the second quarter. The Aztecs now ready to start their third drive of the game. Handoff up the middle. Just going to get maybe 2 yards on the play. There's the Bolsa crowd doing the wave here. As the final comes in, the Yankees are now down 2-0 over the Astros. Very tough for the Yankees, who are playing their 3rd game in a row. The Astros with a nice little break after taking care of the Mariners last week. But back here at Bolsa Grande Stadium, we've got a timeout on the field. As the Aztecs looking to talk things over here, they'll be facing a 2nd down and 6 from their own 24-yard line when they resume play. Yankees losing by 1 run. Very competitive ALCS going on. We won't talk about the NLCS. It really doesn't matter. Again, you are tuned in to Garden Grove Unified School District High School Football Friday on a Thursday. The only Garden Grove Unified School District game going on here tonight. So we are the main event in the district tonight here at Bolsa Stadium. Lights are off over at Mansour Stadium. It's only fitting that these two teams who share a very good rivalry are taking center stage here tonight. The only other notable rivalry in the district is actually, it's on a little break right now as Rancho and Garden Grove don't play each other, but this rivalry here is probably just as fierce. Waiting for the refs to get things going, so here we go. Aztecs getting ready to run this 2nd down play. Over with a handoff. Nope, a keeper to the right side, and he's going to get maybe 1 yard, 2 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Aztecs. Again, if you're watching the game, feel free to share it out. And feel free to watch it tomorrow, the next day, the day after that. And hit that subscribe button. Go over with a fake pitch. Handoff to, looks like Gonzalez, who gets nowhere on that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Aztecs. And it looks like they're going to be punting for the first time tonight. It's going to be the first time either team is going to have to give the ball back. And a very good chance for the Matadors to really add on and make this a 3-score game. Fu Win back deep for the Matadors, but he's not going to get a chance to return that ball. And that ball was going to take a Bolsa bounce, but it was downed at the 49-yard line by the Aztecs. So the Matadors are going to have very good field position here. Ball on, they're saying the 50-yard line, so 50-yard line separates them, 50 yards separates them from the end zone. Pitch out to the left side to Fu Win, who's still on his feet and stays in bounds after getting the first down, a gain of about 12 yards on the play. The Matadors getting a nice chunk of yardage on that play as they are moving the sticks. Ethan Wynn takes the snap, rolls out to his right, decides to keep it, flag on the play. As it stands right now, it's 2nd down and 5, but the flag is definitely going to change that, and that's going to be a holding on the Matadors, so definitely not a 2nd down and 5 anymore. As they're going to be marching back, it looks like it's going to be maybe 2nd down and 20 on the play. Maybe 1st and 20. Bolsa now starting right back where they started this drive from, or Bolsa going right back to where they started this drive from. Got 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Remember, Bolsa will not be getting the ball to come out of halftime. So if La Quinta can hold them here, they'll be in really good position. But if the Matadors can score, then the Aztecs will surely have to score on one of these drives here. Pass to the left side to Rodriguez, takes around the 50. Actually, that's David Nguyen on the catch. It's going to bring up a 3rd down here for the Matadors. Ethan Wynn getting ready to take the snap. Pass over to the left side, complete to Fu Win, who's at the 40. He's still on his feet at the 25. Still on his feet. Ball's on the ground now, but they're going to say he is down at the 22-yard line. It's going to bring up a 1st down for the Matadors. Here we go, first down here for the Matadors. Marching deeper into Aztec territory. Handoff to David Nguyen around the left side. Well, actually, that's not David Nguyen. That's number 1, Charles Vargas. He gets a gain of about 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 4 here. Matadors with 4 wide receivers here. Ethan Nguyen getting ready to take the snap. Looks to his left, pump fakes, throws deep to the end zone, number 1, and that's going to be flags on the play. Definitely some contact before that ball was thrown. Intended for Charles Vargas. Now let's see if they call holding or pass interference here. Either way, it's going to be a first down here for the Matadors, as they will get enough for the first down. And they're going to place this ball at the Aztec 8-yard line. So first and goal here for the Matadors. That's going to be a touchdown. Matadors, as Ethan Nguyen takes it in for 6 points. And the Matadors really in business now, as they are rolling here 28-12 against the Aztecs. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left to go here in the half. If you're the Aztecs, you're going to want to answer here and at least get this game to within 10 points. You come out of the half, you score another touchdown. Even if you don't get the 2-point, the 2-point conversion of the conversions, if you can score 12 points here and come within 24, or even if you can score 14 and come within 2. But that's going to be a tall order. The Matador defense has seemed to settle in here. The Matador is going for 2. Fake the handoff, keeper up the middle, and that's going to be no good. Kenneth Nguyen and number 3 back to return for the Aztecs. Still don't have that number. We'll try to get that number at halftime here. Brandon Luna getting ready to kick for the Matadors. Going to be fielded at the 20-yard line, taken up to the 30, and ran out of bounds at the 31. It's going to be number 4, Alex Tran, on the return. It's going to bring up first down for the Aztecs from their own 33-yard line. So again, let's see if they answer. They're going to have to answer here because the Matadors seem to be on a roll. Their offense cannot be stopped as they have built themselves a 28-12 lead here, with about 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Aztecs don't want to get into a deeper hole. This is one they might not be able to climb out of. Grover takes a snap, fakes the pitch, hands off to number 3 to the left side. He's still on his feet. It's a gain of maybe 5 or 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a second down for the Aztecs. Pitch to the right side to Gonzalez, who's going to get brought down deep. Nothing going on that play for the Aztecs. It looks like we do actually have a flag on the play. Referee's now discussing. Looks like that's going to be on the Aztecs, so an even bigger loss from the original loss on that play. And it's going to bring up probably a second down and about 19 or 20 yards on the play. Still waiting on the PA's, the booth to update the clock here so I can, it's second down and 20. I didn't want to have to do the math in my head. It's a little bit hard. So here we go, Aztecs now second and 20. 2 minutes and 43 seconds and counting left to go here in the first half. Grover takes a snap, rolls out to pass. Not too much of that from the Aztecs tonight. Feels the pressure. Lets that ball go, and that's going to be picked off by number 10. Joseph Lee, and the Matadors are going to get this ball back in really good field position at the Aztec, it looks like 34-yard line. So the Matadors can really put a lot of cushion between them and the Aztecs if they can get into the end zone here. In 2 minutes and 27 seconds left to drive 35 yards. Ethan Wynn getting ready to take the snap. Hands off to David Wynn, who bounces it back to the left side. Still on his feet at the 30. Still on his feet at the 25, at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, and driven out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And that's going to bring up first and goal for the Matadors. So Matadors just rolling here. Their offense has settled in. Their defense has settled in. Now, I didn't mention this earlier, as the Matadors get this ball down to the 2-yard line. The Matadors have not won a game in this series since 2014. That's right, 2014. They are trying to shake off not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 years of frustrations against the Aztecs. And it looks like they're going to get into the end zone and build up this lead even more. Touchdown, Matadors. They now have themselves a 34-12 lead, trying to exercise 7 years of losing against the Aztecs. And by the looks of things, they are well on their way to doing it. I know it's early here, not even the second half yet, but you have to be excited if you're a Matador fan. Matadors 5 and 13 against the Aztecs since 2004. The field goal is up, and the field goal is good. So the Matadors now taking a 35-12 lead here on the Aztecs, looking to break a 7-game win streak. Looking to break a 7-game Aztec win streak. Looking to break their own 7-game losing streak here in this series. Only 2 wins since 2010 for the Matadors. So very exciting game here so far if you're a Matador fan. as they have built themselves a 23-point lead over the Aztecs in this rivalry game. Matadors again not making a playoff since 1989. They're looking to end that streak as well. That's 23 seasons. No, 33 seasons. The math on me. The math on me is not that good. 33 seasons here since the last time they made a playoff, and looking good as this kick is fielded at about the 20-yard line and bobbled, so that ball's on the ground, recovered by the Aztecs at their own 34-yard line, so that's going to bring up a first down. 1 minute and 43 seconds left to go here in the first half. Aztecs really need to answer here. They really need to get some points on the board. They could swing this game dramatically if they can score on their next 2 drives and make it a 35-26 game. But it's going to be tough. This Matador defense has settled in. This team has settled in nicely. Grover decides to take it himself, and he's taken down. Number 55 on the play, Nathaniel Fiaputa, who was all over the field last week against the Lobos. I haven't really been calling defensive names out today, but I'm pretty sure he's been in on a lot of tackles here tonight. Nathan, only a freshman, and playing like a senior here. Again, I think he's going to be the future of the Garden Grove League. You're going to be hearing his name a lot over the next 4 years or so, as the Aztecs now have a 2nd down and 9 to go. Fake the pitch, hand off to the right side to number 10, who's got some room at the 40. Brought down on the play by number 14, Eddie Zarate. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 yards for the Aztecs. Clock running here, 49 seconds left to go here in the first half. Hand off to Gonzalez to the right side, and he breaks it up and gets a 1st down. Actually, ball's on the ground. And let's see who recovers it. Matador players saying they have it, and that's Matador football. Recovered by guess who? That's right, Nathan Fiaputa. And the Matadors going to take over with 25 seconds left to go here in the first half. A lot of these Matador players play 2 ways here, so you don't see a lot of guys coming off the field. That's just kind of what happens at some of the schools here in the Garden Grove Unified School District. A lot of athletes play both ways. They're not getting too much of a breather, especially some of these Hoggies. Fu Win takes that handoff up the middle, but we're going to have a timeout on the field. Matadors. Maybe Coach Acosta looking to try and get into scoring position here to try and extend this lead a little bit. Looks like we might have a performance at halftime from the Bolsa Band, and we will bring that to you. Make sure you get some entertainment here on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football Friday on a Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. I am David Mora, joined by Ben Nguyen of La Quinta High School and Kang Do, who's on the sideline with this beautiful sideline camera here. Wynn takes the snap, drops back to pass, rolls out to his right, feels the pressure, decides to keep it himself, still on his feet at the 45, the 40, the 35, and ran out of bounds at about the 34-yard line with 9 seconds left to go here in the first half. Nice play call by Coach Acosta to get the Matadors deeper into La Quinta territory. Matadors with an empty backfield here, 5 wide receivers. Looking to take a shot at the end zone. Ethan Wynn lets that one go, and that pass is complete, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Matadors. Number 17, Fu Wynn takes it in for the touchdown, and the Matadors are going to extend this lead 41-12, and there's 1 second left to go here in the first half. Again, this is a team that has not won this game in 7 years. Can you tell they want it badly? This team is absolutely on fire right now. The Matadors are playing to just run away with this game, and so far they are doing it as they have scored on each one of their offensive drives here in the first half. Matadors getting ready to line up for the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and the Matadors are going to take a 42-12 lead here over the La Quinta Aztecs. And this kickoff with 1 second left to go is going to take us right into halftime. And unless the Aztecs can return this all the way to the house, the Matadors will be going into halftime with a 42-12, 30-point lead here over the Aztecs in this rivalry game. This is quite the turn of events as we had a very back and forth first quarter. It's been all Matadors in the second quarter, and all Matadors for half of this first half as the offense is just clicking on all cylinders. The defense has settled in, creating turnovers. That's 2 turnovers. They had a pick and they had a fumble recovery as Luna gets ready to kick the ball off, and it's just a little squibber to the left side. And no time off the clock, so the Aztecs will have to run a play here. And actually, they let the clock run, so that brings us to halftime here at Bolsa Stadium. The Matadors holding on to a healthy 42-12 lead over the visiting La Quinta Aztecs in this rivalry game. It's a pink out night. Week 9. The Matadors really looking to make sure that they can solidify themselves and put themselves into a very good position to get one of those automatic playoff bids. They're looking to move to 2-2 in league, which would put them right in the mix of things. So let's see how this second half plays out. We're going to leave you with a band performance here. We will be back in just a little bit, live from Bolsa Stadium. I am David Mora. Stay tuned for more. We are just a few minutes from the start of the second half here at Bolsa Grande Stadium. Fantastic performance by the Bolsa Grande band as well as the cheerleaders. We'll be seeing the band hopefully in a few weeks at the band showcase. It's going to be the second time that we've live broadcasted that. That was our first district live broadcast last year, and it was loads of fun. Loads of fun here tonight is what's being had by the Matador football team as they are leading the Aztecs 42-12, trying to stop a 7-game Aztec win streak, and I think that might happen here tonight as they add a few minutes so the teams can warm up here. It's been all Matadors here so far. They've scored on every single drive they've had, and the defense has actually been able to settle in, and they've stopped the Aztecs on the last 3 drives, forcing a punt, getting an interception, and then forcing a fumble late there in the second quarter. The Aztecs will be getting the ball to start the second half, and they're going to want to answer quickly. They're going to want to score, maybe take some time off the clock, but not too much. But they're definitely going to want to do something to try and break the momentum that the Matadors have right now, because it's all in their favor. The defense is playing fantastically. The offense is playing fantastically, and it really looks like they're unstoppable right now. They look like a juggernaut out there. They look like a team who's trying to break a 30-plus year playoff drought is what it looks like. They look like a team who's trying to snap a 7-game losing streak against their neighbor rival. And right now they are succeeding. Now stranger things have happened in high school sports, and 30 points is not the largest comeback by any means in high school football. But if you're the Aztecs, you're going to want to start that comeback on this first drive of the second half, and you're not going to want to try and wait and push it. This is where you want to start it. This is where you want to steal that momentum back. And if you're the Matadors, you just want to keep doing what you've been doing. Just play your game. They're running, they're passing, they're playing great defense. And they are hoping to move to 2-2 in league on the season and to create a really big bottleneck there in the middle of the pack. We saw earlier there are 3 teams at 2-1, 3 teams at 1-2, and this week is going to decide, and is going to go a long way in deciding who's going to get those playoff spots in the Garden Grove League. Next week is going to be very exciting, depending on what happens tomorrow night. Of course, we've got most of our teams playing tomorrow night. Rancho Alamitos will be playing Loera. Los Amigos will be playing Santiago. And over in the Empire League, Pacifica would be here against Kennedy, and on Saturday at Glover Stadium for the Big Four League Championship in many people's eyes, Garden Grove will be visiting the Catala Knights. Their game last year actually went into overtime, so should be an exciting one in Anaheim on Saturday night. So let's see if the Aztecs made any adjustments at halftime to try and stop the Matadors in any way, as that train is rolling on down the tracks right now. Of course, back deep to return for the Aztecs, number 3, name unknown. And number 23, I'll have to get that name again as I moved off the roster page. It's Kenneth Wynn. Actually, it's number 13, Douglas Wynn. And Brandon Luna kicking off for the Matadors. Again, it's a pink out game, so you're going to see a lot of the pink accessories going on here. Sidelines and bleachers decked out in pink. Looks like we're going to redo that kickoff as there was a flag on the play, and it's going to be on the Matadors. The Matadors had a few flags called on them there in the first half, a lot of false starts. They actually helped the Aztecs out quite a bit on their scoring drive, their first scoring drive. Now they're going to help the Aztecs out just a little bit more as they're going to be moving back to the 35-yard line for this second kickoff attempt. The crowd getting into it as you hear the rumble of the bleachers now. This ball returned from the 15-yard line up to the 30. On his feet still all the way up to the 40. And brought down at the 41-yard line. This is one of the better returns that we've seen from La Quinta tonight. So at least the return team came out with a little bit of energy here to start the second half. They'll have this ball at their own 41-yard line. Again, this is going to be a big, second half setting kind of drive here. What kind of tone is this defense and offense going to set here? Grover keeping and then pitching it out to number 3 to the left side. He's going to get about 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 here for Aztecs. So the Aztecs not changing things up. Sometimes you see when teams go down by a few scores, they switch up their game plan and try to air it out a little bit, but they're just going to keep on doing what they do. And it's not halftime anymore. We need to move to our game time screen, and it's not the second quarter, it's actually the third, so not the only one still stuck there at halftime. Grover gets ready to take the snap. He's got a man in motion. That's Gonzalez. He's actually rolling out to pass. Looks to his right, has a man not open and almost picked off. Aztecs with a lucky little break there. Trying to take a shot down the field, maybe catch the Matadors sleeping. Receiver wasn't particularly open there, so a dangerous throw either way. Now 3rd and 5 here for the Aztecs. Man in motion, handoff coming back to the right side to Gonzalez. He gets maybe a gain of 2 on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down, and I imagine the Aztecs will be going for it here. Here we go, Grover under center, getting ready to take the snap. Man in motion. Handoff to number 3 to the left side. He's got the 1st down and some as he gets brought down at the 39-yard line. So the Aztecs going for it on 4th and 2 and picking up the 1st down. And that's the kind of tone that you want to set here coming out of halftime. Aztecs will not be backing down. They will not be folding. They are still going to fight, and they have plenty of fight left in them as they continue this drive. And they now have a 1st down at the Matador 40-yard line. Man in motion, Grover takes the snap, takes the pitch, rolls out to pass, lets it go, and that's going to be incomplete. That ball was intended for, it looks like, number 9, Cooper Starnes. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Aztecs. Like how now the Aztecs are really trying to mix it up and just trying not to let the Matadors get complacent there on defense by thinking that they're going to be running the ball on every play. Man in motion, pitch out to number 3, who takes it around the left side. It's about 5 yards on the play. Exactly what you want to see when you're running the ball. You get 5 yards a pop. That's not too bad. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 on the play. Here we go, Aztecs lining up for 3rd down. Grover getting ready to take the snap. Keeps it himself to the left side. He's got the 1st down and just runs it out of bounds. So the sticks are going to keep moving here for the Aztecs as they are still on their first drive of the second half. This is exactly what you want to do if you are the Aztecs coming out of halftime. The Bolsa crowd here making some noise, trying to employ their defense to get a stop here. Keep in mind, this is a Thursday night. All of these fans have to be up for school and work tomorrow, so kudos to them for showing up and making some noise at the same time. Pitch out to Gonzalez to the right side. He gets out to the outside. He's at the 20-yard line at the 15 and goes out of bounds. And he's going to get himself a 1st down. So the Aztecs doing a really good job here on their first drive of the second half, marching down the field. Not sure if the Matador defense felt that maybe the Aztecs were going to be, giving up here in the second half, but they're on skates right now and they're going the wrong way. The Aztecs getting up to the line for this 1st down play. Got the ball at the Matador 16-yard line or so. Handoff to number 6 to the left side. The Matador defense not fooled at all as he's brought down after maybe a gain of about 1 yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 here. Again, you are watching Garden Grove Unified School District High School Football Friday, but on a Thursday here on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics YouTube. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Share it to all of your social media platforms if you haven't. Tell a friend to follow, tell a friend to like, so you can catch all of the live action here. Pitch out to the left side to number 3, who's brought down after a gain of maybe 1 yard on the play, maybe 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 yards here for the Aztecs. Usually when you've got a lead this large, you put in some of the younger guys, but the Matadors still do have some of their starters out there, so this Aztec team is taking it to the best that Bolsa has to offer here as they pass over the middle. That's going to be intercepted or dropped in the end zone. He's going to wish he had that one back when he watches tape tomorrow. That's going to bring up 4th down and 9 here, or yeah, 4th down and 9 here for the Aztecs. Of course, the Aztecs will be going for it. You're down by 30 points. 3 points is not as good as 6 points. In high school, field goal kickers are hard to come by. Grover drops back to pass, feels the pressure, decides to keep it himself, takes it up to the left side. Close to the 1st down. It looks like he might have the 1st down, and let's see if he extends this drive. And It looks like he did get the first down. Oh no, turnover on downs. From here, it looked like he got it, but he was just short. But not a bad effort by the Aztec quarterback to try and pick up the first down and knowing exactly where he needed to get to, but coming up just short as Bolsa will have the ball here. Radio's going wild here. Matadors on that first down play. Give to David Wynn. Aztecs on second down, handoff to Wynn again. He's going to get nowhere on that play. It's going to bring up a third down. I'm sorry, second down. Jump on. We are now joined by some of the fabulous Bolsa Grande administration here. As the Matadors just picked up a first down, so feel free to introduce yourselves to the YouTube world here.
Hello. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. Eric Paget, one of the assistant principals.
Loanne Saraxa, one of the other assistant principals.
Welcome. Thank you for joining me up here. I appreciate you guys. I know this isn't something that, you sign up for.
Definitely not.
Other duties is assigned.
There you go. So, you have to be loving what you're seeing here right now.
Yes, it is definitely, it's definitely all of the hard work that these athletes have put in all over summer and into the last few months of school, and it's definitely paying off. And we're extremely proud of them and this game.
And Oscar Rodriguez there with a big gain. The Matadors now in La Quinta territory.
Go Ozzy.
And there he goes again to the left side, this time at the 30, but we've got flags on the play. So you mentioned, they're putting in a lot of work. So they have not won this game in 7 years. They haven't made the playoffs since 1989. But a lot of that looks like, at least the 7-game losing streak, looks like that's going to be over here tonight. And up next is that playoff streak, which I am pulling so hard for them to end. I am just, since that first game where they beat Santiago, it was just like you can feel that there's something special going on here, as that's going to be called back for, looks like, illegal man downfield. I believe that's the call. So it's just like a different, it's like a, and look at the turnout you guys have, the culture, the atmosphere up here at Bolsa is just amazing.
That's one of the things we've been trying to commit to this year, is to really try to change what has been in the past. Right in front of you here, you can see the student section. That's all new this year. A lot of ways to try and get these students out to the game and with their parents.
Ethan Wynn avoiding a tackle there and still on his feet at the 40, the 35, and making all the way up to the 30-yard line. And, very exciting game here tonight. Love to see it.
And I think so much of this credit needs to go to the coaching staff as well, with Coach Acosta in his second year here. He's definitely committed and, coaching these athletes to not just become better football players, but better students, better humans.
And, Coach Snyder was telling us last week that there are a lot of, multi-sport athletes, here on this football team. And not only that, I'm sure in the classroom, they're kicking butt as well, as They just pick up another first down, number 13, David Arzadi there.
Yeah, one of the sayings they have on the team is you're a student athlete, and it's student first and athlete second. So
I love
that's one of the things that they look at. They look at the grades, and if the grades aren't where they're supposed to be, they make sure that they're getting that work done and working with the teachers to get those grades up.
And I'm sure you guys have a lot of resources on campus for not only athletes but students as well to kind of take advantage. You want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, this year we've, with extra monies that have come to the district, we have our media center open for before and after school till 5 o'clock for, resources for the kids.
And we have, oh my goodness. We have other extended learning opportunities as well, very specific to like math and sciences and other core subjects as well. In addition to some online Apex courses. So we are definitely, doing our best to help the students not just graduate, but A through G eligible and post-high school opportunities as well.
And that's awesome, especially for, I'm sure in a lot of the athletes' mind, they want to get to the next level playing football, but not always the case, So actually the first best way to get to the next level is just being academically strong, right? Like that's just the first way, and it's good to put that emphasis on it. And I don't think a lot of people really understand, the work that the athletes put in just for their sport alone, but then to be good scholars on top of that, you're talking about just insane amount of hours after practice, studying and trying to find time to study after watching tape and being at school. And
I think the most important thing they are learning from, I think any high school athletics in general, is work ethic, commitment, and, just applying, those traits and those skills to all aspects of their lives. So they are definitely shining examples of that.
And of course, the goal of any high school like administration is to create well-rounded students, right? And you're definitely doing a great job of that.
Why, thank you.
Takes a team effort.
Yeah.
This is an absolutely amazing game. That's all I can say.
Everything, on the field, on the sidelines, 2 great performances. David Wynn looking like he wants to score another touchdown here. It's just really good. It's really, I say it every single week, and it's probably so cliche to those who watch and listen that I think the atmosphere of high school football, I like it a lot better than most, as we have a flag on the play. Matador is not really getting hurt with the flags here tonight, but in the next few weeks, or next week for sure, with a playoff spot on the line, this is something that they're really going to want to clean up, as they will be playing the Loera Saxons, and that should be a great game as well. I think now we can probably kind of start talking about next week. Tonight probably in hand a little bit here, as they're 11 yards away from extending the lead even more. Now, is Coach Shadid here on campus still, or did he retire?
Oh, Mr. Shaded?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he is retired, but
Okay.
he does come back often. He still subs. He's still very much a positive figure on campus. So many of the students still know him and love him. So he always gets a very warm greeting when he's here.
And I'm sure, of everyone who's happy to see this program so close to a playoff would be him, since he was at the helm the last time they had that major success. And of course, winning the first CIF championship for football in Garden Grove Unified School District history. Is the Aztecs there on 2nd and goal. Get a few yards on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. About 10 yards to go. So also some success in your other sports, as your girls volleyball team picking up the league championship, as the Matadors pick up another touchdown. That's Fu Nguyen taking it in for the score. And the Matadors are going to take a 48-12 lead here in the 3rd quarter. 4 minutes and 4 seconds left to go exactly.
Yes, our girls volleyball team played first round CIF yesterday. Unfortunately, they lost, but they had a very successful season and carried themselves well during the league, during the wins, and very much carried themselves respectfully yesterday, even when the score was not in our favor. But we're very proud of them as well. We're losing quite a few seniors, so we look forward to what they can bring next year. But upcoming, we're looking very much forward to indoor sports of basketball in the upcoming season. So we look forward to that as well.
Awesome. Yeah, it was good to see. And I know originally the playoff game was actually scheduled for tonight, and that would have been a little bit crazy to have both going on tonight.
Too much.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're very grateful to the other school for agreeing to move that game too.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
Very much grateful to them.
The Aztecs now receiving yet another kickoff from Brandon Luna here.
It's nice to see us making the point afters now.
Oh yeah, kicker settled in nicely as well too, right?
Very nice.
The crowd's still very much into it. I doubt they're going to be going anywhere. They're going to want to see zeros hit the clock here. That ball is received at about the 8-yard line, taken up to the 40. It's going to be returned by number 23, Kenneth Wynn. The Aztecs will be taking over at their own 33-yard line. So what else is going on, on the Bolsa campus? What other exciting things do we have going on?
Well, this was our pink up game, so it ended kind of a week-long awareness for cancer. And as you know, we did a tribute here before the game to 2 of our teachers that we lost last year to cancer as well. The families were here and presented them with flowers. The kids were able to, the niece and nephews were out on the field for the coin toss. And
okay, yeah, so we noticed that. I thought that was awesome.
yeah,
That's really
it was
special.
Really, really great. So it's just nice that the whole school rallies behind this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing a lot of now, after everything that's gone on in the past 2 years, is you've seen campuses are a little bit closer. Even being at football games, you see people are excited to be out. They're excited to be at the games. Los Amigos traveling all the way from Fountain Valley to Garden Grove High School, and they've had good turnouts. La Quinta's for a Thursday night, that's a really great turnout. Your school for a Thursday night, really great turnout. So it's just good to see. I think people were just itching to get back to that normal kind of high school experience, and we're really seeing that.
Yeah, and we struggled with the crowd a little bit last year, understandably so. So I'm just thrilled that our students have the opportunity to have the school spirit and the experience of these football games with the crowd and the excitement, and that our cheerleaders are able to cheer to a crowd. So it's very exciting. It's very exciting to be able to watch them flourish in this environment.
Right, and I'm sure, the players feel it. They feel that energy. Still the crowd just very loud. The student section is awesome here. Getting into it, we had the pink dust earlier, which was a very awesome added touch. It's just good to see.
Yeah, and our band, showing up strong with their performance and cheer, putting their performance together. As we all know, after COVID, there was a lot of rebuilding, and this is just year 2 of the rebuild, and it's amazing to see that progress in such a short amount of time. So it's exciting to see where they're going to be able to take this with some time under their belt.
Oh yeah, and I think it's just going to get better from here on out. Just look at the bleachers and just the time that each school spent into just decorating, and it just looks awesome. It's great.
All the posters that are here had been up around campus for the entire week, and then they take them down in the afternoon and they move them out here to the stadium. So
that's awesome. Did they do the visitor end zone, visitor side too? That's awesome.
Yep.
And I know, shout out to the ASB who were here at 5:45 this morning, decorating the campus, and and now it's 9:05, and they're still here. They haven't left. So that great just acknowledgement and recognition to them for all of their hard work as well.
Gonzalez takes that one around the right side, and the Aztecs are driving a little bit here. Yeah, you mentioned the ASB students. Those are students who, they're sun up, sun down students.
Yeah, they're the ones that are down in that first 3 rows that are jumping up and
you
making
know,
a lot of noise.
And they'll be here after the game, tidying up and cleaning up. It's, yeah. So here we go, Aztecs now with a first down at the Bolsa Grande 33-yard line. Putting together a nice little drive here as the third quarter is winding down. Handoff to the left side. That's going nowhere. As Jake Tigner is brought down in the backfield. And in a few weeks, we're going to see the band at the band showcase.
Yeah, we actually just got asked. I think we're going to be doing one of the regional finals here for band showcases here in November.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
That'll be awesome to do here on a Saturday.
Yeah, finally getting the stadium put to some good, out of district use, so people can come and see the beautiful facility that we have here.
Yeah, I believe last weekend at one of the competitions, our band director was approached and asked if we could host it. And we're going to go for it.
That is awesome. And we were just talking about it earlier with Mr. Acosta here, that this stadium is actually our favorite of the two in the district.
Of course, it's at Bolsa Grande.
It's, love the story of Mansour. Love it, but just I think the layout and the feel of everything. Yeah. I mean, for us here, the press box, it's just a little bit better.
Well, they were challenged on some space over there.
Yeah.
Just with
they had to get
already
creative.
existing.
Yeah.
They had to get creative and go around, the original gym bungalow and the pool and all those other items, and then on the backside, the softball and baseball field. So
so walking up these bleachers with 50 pounds of equipment and then another 30 on my back, it's a lot easier here than the Mount Everest of the home side at Garden Grove.
Their stand is much higher.
Sometimes I just want to take a break in the middle, a good hour. And you know what? Just leave me here.
Just bring dinner, eat it there, halfway up. Yeah.
I'll sleep in here. A few weeks ago, we did 2 games during the week. And, athletic director Manelli's like, oh, how about, this game and then maybe going to Bolsa. I'm like, how about we just stay at Garden Grove? We do the Los Amigos game, and then we just come back and do the Garden Grove game. We'll leave I just left my stuff there. I'm like, we're not unloading it. It was the greatest feeling
There's
ever.
room for a cot in there. Just sleep.
There you go.
Yeah.
The next step is now just getting, a booth at each stadium to just be the live broadcast booth, so I don't have to bring anything. And everything's just there.
It's quite the score reversal. I think last year the score was 48-0.
It wasn't pretty last year. But, this is just a whole new Bolsa Grande team. I mean, they're going to be 5-4. I don't think Bolsa has had a season like this since that 89 season.
And if you look at the Rancho game, 21-20, it was a great game.
I think that one gave a lot of people a little bit of that feeling like, oh, this is going to be a different season here at Bolsa Grande.
Yeah, that came down to the last minute.
Yeah.
And then we had opportunity, and it just didn't happen.
And, last week, too, although the score might not be, might not show it, they fought back and clawed their way back against Los Amigos to make that, they made that a 2-point game, ultimately not being able to capitalize on some of the Lobo mistakes. But nonetheless, they brought that momentum into this game, and La Quinta airing it out there, and that's going to be incomplete. Number 9, Cooper Starnes, the intended receiver on that one. Yeah, I think that first it was that Los Amigos game, and then you're like, okay, watch out Rancho. And then just that how close they were, and we were getting updates on that game, like, oh, they're ahead. It's the fourth quarter. And then when they ultimately, it's just like one of those things where you're secretly, we love all of our schools here. Like, I have to be objective, but at the same time, you're just like, you're pulling because the story, it would do just so much for the community for them to just finally get that, get that drought over with and get into the playoffs. And imagine hosting a playoff game here. I mean, look, this is a Thursday night game. You host a playoff game here, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, it's going to be amazing. The atmosphere is going to be great.
Yeah.
I know I'll be here for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, undoubtedly we'll be here
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. We don't always get that opportunity, so when we're given it, we definitely take it.
Beautiful run to the left side by Charles Vargas, and if that's not a first down, it's going to they're going to wave the chains down as the clock is running here. 9 minutes and 29 seconds left. I believe if the Matadors score here, the clock will be running throughout the rest of the game. And that's not, you don't get that too much. It's just so I don't like to talk about negative things, but I think with the way that this team is kind of turning things around, they're going to really erase a lot of that history, the thoughts of Bolsa Grande football, as this one's going to go for a nice little chunk of yards as well. It's going to bring another first down. David Wynn on the carry there. Like right now, this playoff drought is the longest in the county. You see, and even La Quinta as well. Bolsa and La Quinta, historically not the strongest, football teams. And
Absolutely.
They're up there on the, unfortunately the longest losing streaks in the county. But La Quinta, did a great job back in, I believe, 2017 to kind of change things around for their program. There's no reason why, Bolsa can make a nice deep run in the playoffs this year. All you need is a fighter's chance, and as long as they get in, you saw it with Loera last year, who surprised, I'm sure, everybody by winning the CIF championship.
Yeah, especially in high school athletics, everybody has a chance any given night.
Oh, yeah.
So,
case in point, La Quinta goes into that game last week at 1-6, and they take out Rancho 12-10.
And undefeated Rancho.
Undefeated Rancho.
Not anymore.
Most likely, I want to say that's probably one of the biggest wins, if not the biggest win in league history, the biggest upsets, of course. As the Matadors get a nice chunk of yards on that play as well. It's going to bring up third down. Yeah, you have to throw out the record sometimes during these league games. It really doesn't matter. I know, a few years ago with Garden Grove, it was almost one of those things where it's like, okay, they kind of have the edge, but right now the Garden Grove League, from top to bottom, you've got 3 teams at 2-1 in league and 3 teams at 1-2. So it's just, right now, it's literally anybody's ball game. Yeah. I don't want to keep you up here for too long. Clock is winding down. You're going to have to go celebrate a victory soon, so I thank you both for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. No, of course. Thank you. And good luck on the rest of the school year. I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys around campus. And
yes, and I do want to say thank you to you for doing this. This is amazing. It's amazing for our families who aren't able to make it physically to the stadium to be able to still watch their athletes or alumni, to follow their school and be proud of it. And the time that you're putting into all of this and doing the play-by-play, really good.
Thank you. Of course, and this is just, definitely, it's for the students, it's for the families, That's what our department in the Public Information Office is all about, just bringing the experiences and trying to bring those positive things directly, to our stakeholders. So yeah, it's definitely fun. It's awesome, and hopefully this is just the start of a bigger program, and we just grow throughout the years.
Thanks, David. It's great.
Course.
Thank
you for having us.
Of course.
Thank you.
Aztecs now have the ball, because that was a turnover on downs by the Matadors. Also want to give a special shout out to Assistant Principal Sherry Ramsey, who's down there on the sideline, as well as Principal Tracy Conway of Bolsa Grande. Very awesome administration team that they have here. So here we go. We've got 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Clock running down. The crowd now chanting, "I believe that we could win." I believe they can win too. They've got themselves a 37-point lead here. Clock is running. Crowd is excited. The Aztecs, really did put up a fight here at the start of the game. They really did make it exciting. They traded a few scores with the Matadors, but the Matadors just proving to be a little bit too powerful tonight. They definitely wanted it more. They are playing for a lot. The Aztecs, while they haven't made the playoffs in a while as well, they're not playing with the amount of, I don't even want to say pressure that's on this Matador football team, but just the amount, the drive, the hunger to get back to the playoffs. This community has not seen a playoff game since 1989. This would be huge, and they're going a long way. They're taking another great step in making that a reality. And in all honesty, right now, they're still alive for a league championship title. I mean, anything can happen in these last 2 weeks. If Rancho Alamitos loses their game tomorrow night, if Los Amigos loses their game tomorrow night, and then Los Amigos loses their game against Rancho next week, then you've got 4 teams who are all going to be finishing 3-2. That's, of course, if Bolsa can finish with a victory against Loera. So the Garden Grove League, there's nothing settled right now. It's still very much wide open. And these last 2 weeks are really going to bring a lot of excitement and a lot of intrigue. Grover takes a snap, pitches it out to Gonzalez to the right side. We've seen this play many times before. And he runs out of bounds at the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up a first down for the Aztecs, and that's Gonzalez there on the carry. You are tuned into Garden Grove Unified School District Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football Friday on a Thursday here. I am David Mora, of course. Ben Nguyen of La Quinta High School here on the main camera. Kang Do of La Quinta High School on the sideline camera. Both of them doing a very fantastic job. And this crowd still fired up, and I love this song. Now under 3 minutes left to go here, and it's just a formality now. These plays, and I say it, that's another one of my cliches, it's just a formality, these next few plays. The Matadors are going to roll and cruise to a victory here. The crowd is rolling and rocking here. Even if the Aztecs do manage to punch it in, it's going to be too little too late, as the Matadors will be improving to 5-4, 2-2 in league. The Aztecs will be dropping to 2-7, 1-3 in league, as number 18, Ivan Acenas, carries that ball into, or deeper into Matador territory now at the 8-yard line. It's going to bring up a first down and goal here for the Aztecs. Like I said, just a little bit too late here for the Aztecs. They did make it a very interesting game in the first quarter. I thought the complexion of this game was going to be much like that, maybe a back and forth game, a heavyweight battle, just a slugfest. But the Matador defense settled in, and the Matador offense just continued to roll drive after drive, scoring touchdowns almost at will. And they built themselves a 49-12 lead. That run is going to bring up a third down and goal, or second down and goal here for the Aztecs. Grover under center, getting ready to take the snap. Gonzalez in motion, handoff up the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Aztecs. So it's good to show that, or good to see that the Aztecs do still have some fight in them. They're not just going to lay down and be content with the 12 points they had, as they now add another 6, and 49-18 with 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go here in the game. You really have to give credit to Coach Acosta for drawing up a fantastic game plan. Again, the Matadors had not won a game in this series in 7 years. They were on a 7-game losing streak, and I'm pretty sure that weighed a lot on their mind. I'm pretty sure that these players were thinking about that all week. Now the next step is to make a playoff, to end that 33-year drought. And all that stands between the Matadors and a playoff spot will be the Loera Saxons next week. And if I'm the Saxons, I don't want to face this Matador team and take them lightly. This is not the same Matador team as the past. This is not your father's Bolsa Grande High School football team. This is a new Matador football team. Like they say, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and it definitely is here at Bolsa Grande High School. La Quinta will line up for the kick, and that's going to be a bad snap, and they're not going to get that extra point, and that ball is still on the ground. Finally recovered by the Matadors. The Bolsa band still playing and playing with some authority here, as we've got 1 minute and 2 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Matadors 49, Aztecs 18. Matadors gonna just seal this victory in probably just a matter of 3 plays here. That ball returned from the 22-yard line, taken around the left side and brought down at about the 33-yard line. Looks like that's number 44, a number I don't have here on the return. And even though this game is almost over, the Matador fans are not going anywhere. They're still here. They have not hit the exits. This is not a Dodger game, folks. People are staying till the end. No doubt, just a few run plays here. 32 seconds left to go here. A lot of time ran off the clock on that kickoff. Over 30 seconds, so it's like even the timekeeper wants to just head on home. So here we go. Matadors with 1st and 10. 32 seconds left to go here. Just expect a good old run. Maybe a shotgun victory formation here. And just a run to the left side, a little trickery by the Matadors. And Fu Win looks like he might have ran out of bounds, not sure why. No, the clock is still running, and it looks like that's going to be the end of it here at Bolsa Grande Stadium. The Matadors taking the victory here and snapping a 7-game losing streak to the La Quinta Aztecs. The final score, 49-18 here at Bolsa Stadium. Actually, we have a timeout by the Matadors, so not sure why. The band wonderfully playing tonight. Gotta love this. Beautiful job by the Bolsa band tonight. Beautiful job all around by the Bolsa football team, the Bolsa cheerleaders, the Bolsa ASB, the Bolsa administration, the Bolsa faithful, the Bolsa stadium crew. Everybody. Good job. And that's going to do it here from Bolsa Stadium. Again, your final score 49-18, Bolsa Matador victory. As there is pandemonium here on the field. The Matadors one step closer to a playoff spot. as we take one last look here at the crowd. Until next time, and we don't know who we're going to be featuring next week, so stay tuned. Follow us at GGUSD Athletics on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter to figure out who we will be covering next week. I am David Mora for Ben Nguyen for Kang Do. We thank you for tuning in. You have been watching Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football Friday on a Thursday.